Hi guys, so today I have been guided to do 3 different readings, and each reading is regarding things that you've mastered and that you've had to go through during certain cycles, but you've mastered certain things that has led to this moment now. So the first pile is going to be the full moon in Virgo with you are good enough, and it's green, so we could say could be something to do with the heart chakra possibly. And so I'm going to tell you a few things now which might help you understand whether this could be your reading or a message for you, because like I say, each one is going to be with a moon card and a crystal and some numbers, and that might guide you into knowing whether that could be your message or your reading. And if it doesn't resonate, don't make it fit, guys. It just might not be your reading this time round, or you might have a message in a different reading. So we've got the pyramid, the aventurine pyramid, and I can see like a little white pearl at the top. So I feel like with this as well, you are good enough. It's like, I feel like you've worked through quite a lot of stuff to realise that you are the gem or the pearl kind of thing. It's like, I feel like you've been doing a lot of self-love, a lot of heart healing towards yourself, a lot of forgiveness. That's where I feel like now, I feel like you're at a place where you don't judge. You're really at a higher level of compassion and love for others and for yourself and for everything, with no dividing, knowing that everything's connected. Also, the numbers with this pile, we've got number 4, number 7, and number 3. So they're the energies that you've been working through or mastering. So number 4, we could say you've been working very hard, very dedicated, someone who's very loyal, very committed to whatever it is that they do. Number 7, we can say the self-love journey as well. But also I feel like you've been uncovering, unlocking deeper truths in a lot of things, in a lot of areas of your life. I feel like you've found I feel like you've had to do a lot of truth seeking regarding yourself to find out who you are, why certain things happened. And then the number 3, creativity, good communicating, really mastering a lot of different areas of your life when it comes to working. I feel like you've got a very good a lot of different skills in the background. I feel like you've mastered quite a lot of different areas of your life. I feel like you're someone who's very good at a lot of things. So you possibly could be doing a couple of different jobs at one go now. Also, the energies are Libra and Cancer as well. So Libra, 7th house, Venus energy. So I do believe it's all to do with love, this as well. And then Cancer, the 4th house, and the moon energy. So I feel like it's the shadow side. I feel like you've been doing I feel like you've worked through a lot of illusions. I feel like you've had to figure quite a lot of stuff out about what's real, what's happened, why these things happened. You've been doing a lot of shadow work, but I feel like it was to set you on this journey into understanding that you are good enough. Now I feel like that's something that you've had to go through quite a lot in life, of feeling not good enough, not worthy. People might have told you that you wasn't worthy or you wasn't good enough. I feel like you've really had to go in deep inside and soul search and find yourself and who you are and what your unique self is, and that's a lot. But this is the pile number 1. This is my first reading today, so if this does resonate so far, guys, this could be a message. So I'm going to start. Yeah, I feel like you've mastered as well being in that harmonious energy. You've mastered being calm. You've mastered the heart chakra, the healing of the heart. I feel like you've mastered being more of a positive thinker, a positive speaker. Maybe that was something that you didn't used to do. Maybe you used to speak quite negative towards yourself, but now, like I say, these things, you've mastered these. Right, so I'm going to put my tarot cards here. They're the energy oracle. So we've got archetypes, we've got some chakra and some Avalon magic. So we've got the root chakra, grounding. So this is something that you've mastered, is to be able to ground yourself. And I feel like that's been an ongoing thing. But the thing is, a lot of people forget to master the root chakra, and now the root chakra is the main chakra, what keeps us up. It's our feet, it's our legs, it's a lot of rooted. So I do think that this has been a lot of rooted, possibly childhood wounds or trauma that you've had to heal. So I do think, because you've got this heart as this green energy is the overall energy, then we've got the root. So I feel like you've had to work from the root, the sacral, the solar, up to this heart. So it's, yeah. I feel like you've been connecting that 1, 2, 3 and 4 chakra together. Now you might have been already well balanced with the ones above, the throat, the third eye and the crown. I feel like these bottom chakras is a lot what you've had to work through, but you've mastered this now. You've managed to be able to connect the chakras back together. Yeah. So then we've got two Avalon magic tarot cards, and I'm smiling because we've got an owl here and we've got the dragons. Yeah. I feel like you've had to, yeah, you've been doing a lot of balancing out the energies. I've just said that about balancing, yeah. So these animals could be your spirit animals, your guides. You know, you could already work with these, you could already see these, you could know that these are your spirit animals. You could be also the year of the dragon, but also you could be an old soul, because the owl can represent the old soul. You could also be a water sign, someone who's got or you've got high placements with the water signs or the fire signs. But also we've got Virgo here as well, so we've got a bit of everything, to be honest. But you know, you could have a very significant placement when you've in Cancer, Scorpio or Pisces. You could also have a significant placement in Leo, possibly, or a significant placement in Virgo. And you don't have to, but these are just the energies that are around you, or what you've worked through, what you've been able to master. Don't be imprisoned by your past. Create a brand new you and hold that vision. I feel like you've had to work through so much things when it comes to yourself. I feel like you've had to really go deep inside to find who you are. You possibly could have wore a mask. Possibly. Now my left side's just really starting to ring. Don't look for validation in others, and be unique to you and your own path. So follow your own path. And do you know what? That's what I've just realised something. Yeah, the dragon. We're in the dragon year now, aren't we? So you've gone through cycles. And you could have been going through, well, quite a lot of cycles, to be honest. Now you could have been on the 8-year cycle. You're going through different cycles. But I feel like at this moment in time now, you're about to step onto this pathway of not seeking validation, and I feel like this is what you've had to really heal and work for. I feel like maybe in the past you possibly could have been, me also, I've done this, by the way. I didn't understand this situation. Now I'm a life path number 6. Now Virgo is the 6th house. You also could be a life path number 6. You could be a life path number 9. You don't have to be. But that could be something else. You could be a life path number 4, a life path number 7, a life path number 3, or a soul. They could be the days you were born. Doesn't have to be. They could be the months that you was born, but it just gives more clarification or more confirmation for yourself if that is the case. But me personally, I've realised that I've always been trying to get approval or seek validation from family or other people, when really it was myself that I was meant to be seeking it from, not outside myself. So I feel like this is something that you've had to also work through. Now you're stepping into, because you've mastered these things, you've realised now, don't wait for other people to validate you or waiting for some recognition from others. Now you're following your own path and your own guidance. You trust in your own situation, your own intuition. You trust yourself completely now. And I feel like now you've mastered how to create yourself. I feel like you go through this Scorpio energy of, you know, rebirthing yourself, constantly reinventing yourself, renewing yourself, and making each time you do it better and improving each time. And I feel like that's something that you've had to master. Now you've had to probably master as well with the fire and the water, that the yin and the yang. I feel like you've had to master how to not be in that too much of a fire energy of destruction, possibly. Maybe putting out your own flame with the water, you know. And then I feel like you've had to master not sabotaging your own self with the fire and the water elements. So if we do too much yang side and too much fire, then we end up putting our own we end up destructing or burning ourselves out, kind of thing. But then if you're in the water side too much, then we put the fire out. So then we're too, you know, you've had to really balance these energies out. I feel like this is what this is telling me. The storm and the pilgrim, 100%. You've had to go through a lot of turbulence, guys. This pile for me has had to go through quite a lot of destruction, quite a lot of tower energies, a lot of storms, I feel like. And that was for you to get into that, to master that root chakra for yourself, basically, which then possibly put you on this pilgrim path of self-discovery, really going deep within with the healing. So you possibly could be, you might have been on this long journey for some time, guys, but it was always meant to happen for you to get to this point of understanding that, not seeking outside yourself for anything, because you are good enough no matter what's happened in the past. You've had to really go deep in and ground that energy with that earth energy and that Virgo energy as well, and master yourself, basically, and understand that whatever's happened was always for a reason, and you've understood the lessons and you've understood why these things happened and how it then shaped who you are today for this present moment. And it's given a lot of strength, this, guys. I feel like this has really give you a lot of strength, and you've mastered so many different things now through these destructions and these people, these soul tribe members around you who have, you know, possibly triggered certain things in your life for you to I just want to move this back. Sorry, 1 second. That's better. Yes, I feel like it was these people, you know, in your life, these soul tribe members. Now, they could be just your soul family, your 3D family, but I feel like you've had a lot of higher contracts from past lives. Like, people have come in at certain moments for certain lessons to be learned, and I feel like it was for this really deep inner knowing of self-discovery and who you are. Now we've got 3 energy oracle cards. Number 27, the number 9, walking away. Number 16, which is number 7, patience. Number 3, blossoming abundance. Now, I've just realised, so the numbers I said before was the 473. 473. And this card's the number 7 and this card's the number 3. Now, I did just say with the owl, the number 9, so we've already got the numbers repeating here throughout this reading. So you've mastered, basically, how to walk away from things that no longer align with you. You've mastered how to let go of people, things, situations, jobs, whatever it is. You've really mastered. Now, it probably took a lot of patience to get to this point as well. I feel like this is a really hard thing to do, to really let go of things that we love and we have like a deep connection to, but we know, or a higher knowing of, we can't always be stuck in these positions because we're not being in our truth then. I feel like sometimes we sacrifice our life and our own longings and our own wants and needs for others. And I feel like this is something that you've had to master. You've had to walk away from quite a lot of stuff, which has then put you on this pilgrim energy of self-discovery. But like I say, you've mastered walking away from things that no longer align with you anymore and really don't resonate to you, and you're evolved, like how you've evolved over this period of time. You've mastered how to be patient. Now that is something that not a lot of people can do. I feel like I'm still on this patient journey, because when I've tried to rush things, I've realised now, I've surrendered to this now, because when I've tried to rush something, when I've been told to be patient, and I was like, I've been patient for ages, I get put back to the beginning, because it's all divine timing, divinely guided. Just because I feel like I've been patient for long enough, well, no, because being patient, and then we've got this blossoming abundance, being patient and waiting for things, like attracting things and not chasing things, like, you know, it's for a reason. So sometimes what I've realised is when I've tried to rush things, now I might get them, but it's not going to be stable. It might come and go faster, and that'll be because it wasn't divine timing. And spirit is divinely guiding in this person in this reading for the things that are meant to be for them, for their highest good. And this is a slow movement, so this is why I'm saying this could have been for a long time, this. But then the blossoming abundance that comes for it, it's stuff that are stable. This creates stability and longer lasting things, and things just blossom throughout your full life after. It's like whatever you've mastered and learnt from, and I feel like it is being patient with a lot of things. Now you could have been on a 9-year cycle, a 7-year cycle, or an 8-year cycle, but I feel like you've mastered certain cycles. But this, for the next chapter and for the rest of your life, it just means that things blossom so much more. You've learnt so many lessons when it comes to cutting things out and cutting people out of your life. Now sometimes as well, we're not in alignment for our good karma and our abundance and certain things if we do have certain vibrations in our life that we're not meant to be with, or we're not aligned with. So sometimes things have to play out with these people or these contracts before we can come into alignment with the things that are aligned for us. So we've got some tarot cards. So yeah, start with the Emperor, the King of Swords, the Knight of Cups, the Chariot, Page of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, right, and then we've got the Hierophant, the World, and the Knight of Wands. I feel like what you've been mastering as well is recognizing when people are trying to offer you certain things as if they're offering something more than what it is. I feel like you've got to this level of knowing when people aren't really giving what they're saying that they're giving. I feel like you've managed to work through obstacles. I feel like you've really worked through so much stuff when it comes to what you believe in. I feel like you're in this energy of being really firm and in that energy of understanding and recognizing when things are really not in alignment with you. Now I don't mean like you're pushing things onto people about what you believe in and stuff, but I feel like what you've mastered is people are free to believe what they want to believe, but as long as you're believing what you want to believe in your truth, people who try and judge you or try and tell you that you shouldn't be doing such a thing, so I feel like you've got to a place of understanding and recognizing this, but not reacting. I feel like you don't get triggered by people who, you understand that we all have our own beliefs and we all are on our own journeys. I feel like you've mastered and recognized all these things, but also I feel like you've recognized how to create your own success now and be firm in your own emotional healing and your whatever it is that you want and what you're creating. Basically, I feel like you've mastered so many different things, like the world. I feel like this is something like this is like you've got to this completion of recognizing. I feel like you could have worked through a lot of fixed energy with the Taurus, the Leo, the Scorpio and the Aquarius. I feel like you've worked through. Now fixed energy is very hard to work through, especially when the fixed energy doesn't like to budge because they don't like change. So I do feel like you've had to master quite a lot of different things with a lot of fixed energies in your life. Now, I feel like also you've had to, you've learned as well how to understand what kind of offers, like, so when people give you certain offers, like especially when it comes to a connection, relationship, I feel like you've got to a point of recognizing when somebody is trying to give you some kind of false hope or false offer. I feel like you've got to a point where you recognize now when somebody isn't really coming with the best intentions towards you. Because I feel like now you're at a point of you're creating your own stability and your own life. Like I say, you've been patient for a lot of things, but that's because you're strong and you're standing in that own truth and your own truth of who you are and what you want. I feel like you recognise now what you don't want coming into your life and what you do want. I feel like you're at a really stable place of understanding, and you understand, you see the red flags straight away. You know straight away, like, whether that's meant to be in your life or not. You understand the tests when they come towards you. When someone's coming with immature energy, when someone's coming with a small offer of love or a small offer of passion, or somebody you might want to come in but then go, as fast as they came in, they're going as fast again. I feel like you're really understanding, you recognise these red flags now when they come into your life. And it's took a lot to get to this point, but I do believe you are really are understanding. But as well, you're very, because with the green as well and the compassion, you're not in a, I feel like you're not in an energy of being judgmental on these things. I just feel like you recognise these things a lot better, and you recognise your own needs as well, and you put your own needs before others, whereas in the past you might not have done that. Maybe you put a lot of other people, the actual. Now, this picture that's just decided to move is something that I designed, and it's the butterflies. There's 10 butterflies, I don't even know, but I've put 10 butterflies on this. Like completion, I feel like you've come full circle. And I've got the blues, and now I've got the purples coming in on here. I've got a bit of orange and red. This is like transformation, huge transformation of being in your truth and knowing your truth. and putting yourself priority now. And being free and set free from a lot of these tests and trials that you've had to go through. I felt like that just moved. I felt like I had to say that then. But yeah, that's today's reading, guys. So I hope you did get a message. And if you did, please let me know if this is your story and does resonate with you. I'd love to hear. Also, the numbers 4, the number 7. Oh my God, I've just realised. 4, 7, 3, I said. And the rate, oh my God. 4, 7, 5, and 3. But 4, 7, 3, and that was the message before. The numbers that came out before, so the fact that it's just come out here. But these could be the days you were born as well. Number 21, the number 4, the number 7, the number 5. You could be born in the 5th month, the 7th month, the 3rd month, the 4th month. But don't have to be, but like I say, these could be something significant to you. So we've got 3, 4, 5. Now 6 isn't there, but we've got then 7, and then we've obviously got the number 27, the number 3, and the number 16. So they could be also significant numbers to you, dates to you. But it's repeating numbers, isn't it? So yeah, we've got 3 and 3, 7, 7, and then we've got 4 and 5, which equals the number 9. We've got the number 9 there, so yeah. But yeah, guys, if you feel drawn to let me know your story, I'd love to hear it. Sending so much love to everyone on your journey, and well done to get to this point and understanding yourself and putting yourself first and prioritising yourself. But yeah, lots of love, guys, and if you could subscribe to the channel, it helps me get the channel out there to more people who needs these messages as well, you know, who are guided towards these messages. Also the energy exchange is given, and you always gain more messages on readings to come as well, guys. So yeah, lots of love. Bye.